Hello people and welcome again to the Counterfactual Stories YouTube channel. In today's episode we will talk about one, let's say, famous Islamic Syrian rebel faction who had participated in the Syrian civil war, and it's called Jaish al-Fatah or GAF, or Army of Conquest. Before we start, don't forget to press subscribe button. The alliance was formed in the March 2015 under the supervision and coordination of Saudi cleric Abdullah al-Muhaisini. It consists of Islamist rebel faction mainly active in the Idlib governorate, with some factions active in the Hama and Latakia governments. In the course of the following months, it seized most of the Idlib governorate. The Institute for the Study of War was described Jaish al-Fatah as the anti-regime and anti-Hezbollah power broker operating in the Idlib, Hama, Daraa, and Quinteria governorates. Jaish al-Fatah has been described by the Tony Blair Institute for Global Change as an Al-Qaeda-led coalition which was working toward the ultimate goal of creating an Islamic State. At its founding, Jaish al-Fatah contained 6 members, 2 of whom, al-Nusra and Jund al-Aqsa, were directly connected to Al-Qaeda, with Ahrar al-Sham being the largest group. Al-Nusra and Ahrar al-Sham together were reported to represent 90% of the troops. Another prominent Islamist faction in this operation room was Sham Legion, or in Arabic I would say Falaq al-Sham. The remaining 3 founding members were Jaish al-Sunna, Liwa al-Haq, and Aidnad al-Sham. Jaish al-Fatah collaborated with more moderate Free Syrian Army faction such as Knights of Justice Brigade. The coalition's initial success was attributed to its strong coherence, with the name of individual factions being forbidden when the group conducts joint operations. Since the inter-rebel conflict across Idlib, which led to Ahrar al-Sham clashing with Jabhat Faleh al-Sham, and the factions and mergers which started on January 21st, 2017, the Army of Conquest has become defunct. Jaish al-Fatah declared its formation on March 24, 2015. On the same day, a pro-opposition source claimed that about 50 Syrian government soldiers defected to the new group. As columnist David Ignatius reported, Qatar, Turkey and Saudi Arabia were the primary sponsors of the new coalition that was led by al-Nusra. Since the very beginning, the 3 states allegedly provided conspicuous material support to the group, mostly consisting of weapons and military equipment. In 2016, shortly after al-Nusra changed its name in Jabhat Fatah al-Sham, Financial Times reporter Erica Solomon quoted rebels and the activists claiming that Qatar and Saudi Arabia were consistently ferrying in cash and supplies to support a military offensive in Aleppo directed by Jabhat Fatah al-Sham. In general, over the past years, Qatar's support for the al-Nusra front has remained consistent in spite of the group's rebranding operation and several strategic alliances and mergers. In fact, Qatar's sponsorship for the Al-Qaeda affiliate in Syria was in line with Doha's strategy to expand its regional influence by investing on the increasing role of key actors, including extremist and terrorist entities, in a number of international arenas. The Army of Conquest captured Idlib city on March 28, 2015. In the following months, they spearheaded an offensive that drove out government forces from almost all of Idlib governorate. Following this success, additional branches of the Army of Conquest were established in the other parts of Syria. The Army of Conquest coalition was partially modeled upon the success of the southern front of the Free Syrian Army, and in turn newer coalitions like the Battle of Victory were modeled on the Army of Conquest. Saudi cleric Abdullah al-Muhaisini played a key role in the early history of army conquest. In fact, Muhayyasini coordinated and supervised the establishment of the group, for which he also served as a religious judge and leader. He was targeted by US Treasury sanctions on November 10, 2016 for his role as a mediator and recruiter on behalf of the Al-Nusra Front. Notably, Muhayyasini also collected material and financial support for Al-Nusra from the Gulf, especially Qatar, and was known for his public endorsement of Qatar-based Madid Ahi al-Sham, a most effective fundraising campaign which Al-Nusra itself acknowledged as one of the preferred conduits for donations. In early May 2015, the Army of Conquest formed a new branch in western Kalamun, called Army of Conquest Al-Kalamun. On October 1, 2015, after defeats by pro-Assad forces, Army of Conquest in Kalamun was replaced by an independent faction called Saraya Ahl al-Sham, which aims to unite all rebel factions in western Kalamun. However, the Al-Nusra Front was not included in Saraya Ahl al-Sham, although the two groups continued to cooperate. The following month, the Al-Nusra Front issued a statement calling on the opposition in the eastern Ghouta area of Damascus to form a similar coalition. But this call was rejected by the Unified Military Command of Eastern Ghouta, a grouping which includes the most prominent factions in the area. In October 2015, Army of Conquest members Al-Nusra Front and Ahrar al-Sham, also a member of the Unified Military Command of Eastern Ghouta, along with other groups formed Jund al-Malhan, an operation room in the Eastern Ghouta area of Damascus, in direct competition with the Unified Military Command of Eastern Ghouta Operations Room. On June 20, the Army of Conquest in the southern region was established and immediately took part in the campaign in Quneitra. The coalition includes Ahrar al-Sham Al-Nusra Front, the Fatah al-Sham Coalition, Ihya al-Jihad Brigade, Mujahideen of Nuwa Gathering, Alliance of Unity Brigade, Ansar al-Haq Brigade, and Islamic Brigade of Al-Amirain. In July 2016, the Al-Nusra Front renamed itself as Jabhat Fatah al-Sham, restructured the group further, and began to create propaganda to support their offensive across the Aleppo governorate. On October 23, 2015, Jund al-Aqsa announced a split from Jaish al-Fatah, reportedly due to disagreements with Ahrar al-Sham over the application of Islamic law in areas under their control. Following the development, there were unconfirmed reports that Al-Nusra Front, in an act of solidarity with Jund al-Aqsa, left the coalition, or that Jund al-Aqsa would be rejoining Jaish al-Fatah. In January 2016, the Sham Legion announced it was leaving the group, ostensibly to redeploy its forces to Aleppo, but also due to tensions with Jund al-Aqsa. In May 2016, the Army of Conquest announced it was restructuring, ending ties with the Jund al-Aqsa while re-adapting the Sham Legion. It was also joined by the Turkish Islamic Party, a jihadist group composed by Uyghurs from Xinjiang. On September 24, 2016, Nur al-Din al-Zenki movement joined the group. Several days later, the Sukur al-Sham Brigade also joined the group. On October 9, Jund al-Aqsa rejoined Al-Nusra Front, thus rejoining the Army of Conquest. Though on January 23, 2017, they were kicked out of Al-Nusra and by extension the Army of Conquest. On January 23, 2017, the Al-Nusra Front attacked Jabhat al-Sham bases in Atarib and other towns in western Aleppo. All of their bases were captured by the January 24. The group was defeated and joined Ahrar al-Sham. Some of the prominent or famous battles of Army of Conquest from the March 24 to the March 28, 2015, Second Battle of Idlib against Syrian Arab Republic, and they won. Then Kalamun offensive, also in May and June 2015, against Hezbollah and Syrian Arab Republic. They were defeated. Also Al-Ghab offensive, they won against Syrian Arab Republic. Siege of Abu al-Duhur Air Base, they won against the Syrian Arab Republic. And when Russia and Iran entered the war, they lost actually almost all battles, especially in Aleppo Governorate. On June 11, 2016, the Al-Nusra Front killed at least 20 Druze villagers in Kalb, Lauzeh, in Idlib province. On the May 12, 2016, pro-government sources reported that rebels led by Al-Nusra Front and Akhrar al-Sham massacred 42 civilians and 7 NDF militmen while kidnapping up to 70 people after taking control of the Alawite village of Zara in southern Hama. This was reported as a war crimes. I hope you liked this episode. Don't forget to press subscribe button and see you very soon. Bye.